No, we're not in the kitchen because there's no gas. It hasn't been turned on yet. There's electricity, even though I couldn't figure out the air conditioning. So we're gonna cook at the bar, or we're actually not gonna cook. Cooking with the seasons, to me, is adapting and being imaginative. So I wanted to do some kind of Spanish something. I want to do something in season, so I already have tomato leaves, and I want to do something because it's so hot out and gross that required minimal, if any, cooking. So we did gazpacho, or I wanted to do gazpacho. But I wanted to do it a little bit different. I didn't want to do it in a blender, even though it's easy and it tastes good. There's nothing wrong with it. I just wanted to do something a little bit different because, I don't know, I don't want to go off, sound like some kind of cerebral freak, but I wanted the essence of the tomato, and that's a big word. And to me, that's the whole point of the gazpacho. It's like, you have these great tomatoes, what are you gonna do with them? To be honest with you, tomato leaves, I didn't think they had a whole lot of flavor. It tasted like a weed. Of course, I fried them in extra virgin olive oil, and that's pretty much what I tasted. I didn't really taste the tomato leaves. And then I ate it raw, just straight up raw, and to me it just tasted, you know, like kind of like a weed. So I didn't think there was a whole lot of flavor. There's a famous chef, Paul Bertolli, and what he did is he would make just like a tomato sauce for pasta, and he would put the tomato leaves at the end to kind of finish and give it, it's like some people add sugar, and it gives it more of that tomato, because you cook the tomatoes for like 4 or 5 hours, and they lose some of that brightness, that acidity. So what he did, his idea was to add the tomato leaves to bring that back right at the end. I just cut them in half like that. And I have this strainer, and all I did was sort of squeeze all that goodness out and just smash everything through. And I've seen chefs, they make like tomato water in parentheses and sort of hang it and let that sort of water drip. And to me, it's almost too light. It's almost like tomato consomme. You know, it's like someone took a tomato and waved it over it. So I'm gonna add some sherry vinegar. And again, the whole point of this, the way we're doing it, is to sort of bring out the flavor of the tomato. And the other thing I did, which helps a little bit, is if you season the tomatoes at this point, it helps get a lot of that water out. So I actually salted these a little bit when I did it. Not a whole lot, just like a little, and then it helps bring that. But I'm gonna put a little bit more in there because I'm a chef and we like salt. And that's pretty much it. I got a lemon cucumber, which actually kind of tastes like a regular cucumber, but it kind of looks cool, and that's what chefs like. And then I got some spring onions from Vicky also. Because I really like onions, and some people don't like raw onions. I love raw onions. I could eat a regular Spanish onion raw like an apple, I love it. But some people are weird. So I think if you're gonna eat an onion raw, I like to serve like a red onion or something like this. It's not so crazy intense. And then I got some extra virgin. This is stuff I bought at the store. Like I would probably get some really good Spanish extra virgin. I think Spanish olive oil is the best. You heard it here. I'll talk to all the Italians and Greeks if you want. I don't want to make it too, how do you say, fine dining-y. I just want to make it look nice though. Just put some of the cucumbers. We're gonna mound it up a little bit. Make it look like we actually been cooking a few years. And then some of the onion. In Spain, a lot of times usually they serve gazpacho in a glass, and you just kind of chug it and go about your business. I think that's pretty. That's it. It looks nice. It looks fancy. Like I could charge a lot of money for it. I mean, it's really good to me.
Can you taste the tomato leaves?
It's like almost barely there. It's not like jam-packed with flavor or anything. You know, which is really, that's my sort of thing, is like, I don't really do subtle food. I don't really do like sort of like, oh, let's ponder the flavors. I don't really do that. I just like, it should I like things that just like, ah, like here it is, you know? You know, he's known for pork and beef and lamb, and so I was like, so my first thought was, let's give him some seafood. And I was trying to think of some obscure seafood that would upset him.